So, what are some activities I enjoy doing with my kids at home? Um, so we have, we do a lot of board game nights, a lot of movie nights, and my daughter Charlotte is a huge fan of Lego, and so we have a huge box of Lego at home, and we spend a lot of time taking things apart, putting things together, and then sort of indulging in pretend play with her Lego pieces as well. And over the past year, we've spent a lot of time attending online classes. And so we picked up quite a few new skills together, parent child classes together. How often do I spend time with Charlotte in a week? So I work full time, and Charlotte goes to school, to full day preschool. And so it's we only have those precious couple of hours a day, and so I try to make use of every single moment we have together. So it could be just walking her to school and coming back from school. We spent a lot of that time talking about her day and my day. And I think it's great because she's just spent 8 hours away from home, and a lot of it's still fresh on her mind. And so she talks to me about what she's done at school, the conversations she's had with her friends, with her teachers, as well as what she had for lunch actually. So it all works out really well, and I really do look forward to those couple of minutes that we walk back from school every day. Before the pandemic, we used to do a lot more. Right? We used to spend every weekend doing at least one new thing, and that could be sort of visiting a new place, or doing a fun activity together. We used to travel a lot as well. We used to travel maybe about 4 to 5 times a year, and obviously all that's changed with the pandemic. But I think the pandemic has also given us an opportunity to be creative about how we spend time together. And we, like I mentioned earlier, we've taken up a few new classes online together, picked up a few new skills. We've done recently just finished doing some pastel art classes. We've done yoga, we've done dance classes. We've also done keyboard, and upcoming class that we have is ukulele. So these are not like before the pandemic. I don't think we would have gone for a parent-child class together. But I think the reality is everything's online these days. So it's given me an opportunity to actually spend a couple of hours a week with her doing fun stuff like that. I know it's a lot more screen time than I would like, but I think that's really unavoidable during this period of time as well. So we try to sort of balance it out with with going out for cycling, going out for walks, and doing outdoor stuff. How do I keep myself in the loop with my child? So I talked about how we would catch up on our walks back from school, and beyond that, the school sends us weekly updates on our kids, photos as well, and they sort of give us like a summary of what they'll be taught at school the next week. So um, before every Sunday night before she goes to school, I spend a bit of time going through some of the things that she can expect at school in the following week. Do I think it's important for parents to create a safe space for kids at home? So absolutely. I think if you do a search online, there is no shortage of articles you'll find about the benefits of creating safe spaces for your kids, right? I think and some of these benefits include things like higher self-esteem, confidence, helping a child to deal and manage with their emotions better. So why do I think it's important? I think it's important because in Singapore, I think most kids in Singapore from a very young age, they spend a lot of time at school outside the home. And when they come home from school, a lot of that time then is spent on homework, it's spent on enrichment classes, and so that leaves really little time for bonding. And I think with the pandemic, it's actually made things worse. Parents, it's really common for parents to be looking at emails after dinner, catching up on work over the weekends. So I think it's really important to encourage kids to freely express themselves whenever they can, and freely express themselves, readily express themselves, and openly express themselves. What are some ways that you're already doing or hope to do in the future? I think two things for me, I think, are really important and really stand out to me. I think communication at its very basic level is a two-way process, right? I think communications is really about exchanging ideas, exchanging information, and so I think if you expect your child to be open and to confide in you, you first need to be open and be willing to confide in your child. And I think the more open you are with your kids, right, the more open they will be with you. I mean, kids, they learn by